don't need more motivation. You need structure. You need discipline. You need to stop negotiating your goals. Stop negotiating with your goals. You set it out, you made it clear, you made it plain, stick with them. Don't fall back into what's familiar. Fall into what will reshape you, refine you, restore you, renew you. Don't fall back into habitual patterns that has kept you stuck. What's going on, Back family? We're back. Another week, another episode 40 to be exact. Hope you guys' week is off to a great start. Hope you're moving with pure intention, and hope you're ready to get this value today, man. We're in heavy momentum. We're in a season of heavy momentum. I'm talking about from providing the value, from you guys constantly supporting the channel. Again, it's all because of you, right? For us to even be able to do what we do. So we truly appreciate you guys for tuning in, staying locked in with the Bag family, and sharing the value, right? Like not only taking the information for yourself, but pushing the envelope forward and helping other people by just saying, you know what, this can resonate with someone else, or this can be helpful to someone else. So yeah, man, we appreciate it. But before we even get started, you guys already know, make sure you like, subscribe, share with someone that you know that can benefit from this value. All right. We're going to come in right into it, man. We're going to come in hot, right? Your life isn't stuck. Okay, you are. Your life isn't stuck. You are. You're the problem, right? It's not your credit. It's not your finances. It's not your business. You are the problem, right? And until you fix you, nothing changes. I'm going to repeat that again. Until you fix you, nothing changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes, right? So why is Coach D even, why is he even talking about this right now? Well, I feel like he's coming at my neck like a violin, and I'm absolutely doing that. I'm coming at your neck like a violin because here's the thing. I hear it so much. I'm not where I want to be. And I'm just looking at the patterns, whether you're in my mentorship program, whether you are a client, whether you are even a business affiliate of ours. I see the pattern, and you're constantly complaining about your situation, but you're not willing to change your situation. And that's starting with you. That's starting with personal development. That's starting to not blame everyone else for your circumstances, but hold yourself accountable and say, you know what? I'm the problem, right? See, the problem is this. We want everyone to make guarantees to us, but we're not willing to make guarantees to ourselves. Like this person guaranteed me this. This person guaranteed me that they were going to provide this opportunity. But have you ever looked in the mirror and asked yourself this? What am I not doing? Am I actually doing enough? Am I actually putting myself in position to win? Or am I just creating these habitual patterns to keep me where I'm at? Right? And then you put a blanket over it and say, oh, okay, it is what it is. It's nothing's going to change. Yeah, because you haven't made the conscious decision to change. We got to stop. We can't keep blaming the results, but ignoring the habits that created them in the first place. Right? Identify your habits. Like identify exactly, okay, look, I'm not where I want to be. Right? Whether that's financially, physically, emotionally, relationally, I'm not where I want to be, right? Because of me. See, usually the enemy is the inner me. And once we start to take accountability, that's when our life shifts. Our life shifts. Usually the enemy is the inner me. And this is essential to understand, not only for our personal development, but also for our personal salvation. Sometimes the enemy is like, yo, like you giving me way too much credit. I ain't even thinking about you today. It's the enemy. It's this. Oh, the devil this, the devil that. Devil like, yo, I ain't even thinking about you. You giving me way too much credit. I'll take it though. No, usually the enemy is the enemy. And once you start identifying and having that type of self-awareness to say, yo, like, it's me, it's nobody else, that's when your life shifts. Bad credit. You guys know we're in the industry. This is what we do. We help people with their credit, from credit restoration, from credit education, from personal to business. It's not just numbers. Credit is not just a number. Having substantial credit, right? Having good credit, right? A1 credit is creating discipline, creating habits that create discipline. Nothing more, nothing less. A person with an 850 credit score, that is a clear indication that that person is disciplined. A person that is financially free, that is a clear indication that they are disciplined. You can be able to differentiate a person that doesn't have any discipline compared to someone that does. Right? So once we get out of this pattern, that's all it is, guys. It's a cycle. It's a pattern. And you hold yourself accountable and you face the music and not running away from it, but facing it. Yeah, I know it may bite a little, but that's what you need. That's what we need to be able to grow in all aspects of our life, right? Bad relationships, whether it's platonic, right? Or something serious, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband, wife, business relationships. Oh, these are bad relationships. Every relationship that I get myself into, it doesn't go as planned. It doesn't go the way that I intended it to go. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror and asked yourself, wait a minute, why is every relationship that I get myself into fails? You got to look within. You got to be the change that you want to see. And every time you start playing the victim role and putting yourself in the victim seat and saying, oh, relationships don't work for me. That's not true. You're the problem. Right? Bad relationships, it's not luck, people. It's standards. There's something called standards. And even with me, Coach D Brown, when I go below my standards, I'm having a self-reality check with myself. I'm checking myself like, wait a minute, I went below my standard. So I'm not ashamed to say, yes, I'm very intentional when it comes to who's in my proximity, who's in my circle. I'm also very intentional on how I'm pouring into my relationships, whether it's my children, my wife, business affiliates, business counterparts, friendships, right? I'm very intentional about that. So a lot of people will be like, man, he just fell off the face of the earth. He don't come around no more. It's a reason. It's not random, right? I got too much. How can I put this? I got too much in store for my life to mess it up. I got too much in store. My purpose is too important for me to mess it up. So I'm not. So I'm very intentional about my day, about how I'm prioritizing my day, how I'm prioritizing my relationships, how I'm prioritizing my business, how I'm prioritizing my finances. I am very intentional about that, people. And you should be intentional about that as well. And if you're not, reevaluate it. And if you're watching this, by the way, and it stings, this is for you. You hey, if you're on your laptop, on your phone, keep watching. My life changed when I started to not only hold myself accountable, but get in proximity of other people that was willing to hold me accountable, to be like, dude, you need to tighten up. You tripping. Tighten up. Because if I love you, I'm going to tell you just that much. I'm going to look you in your eye and say, tighten up. There's more in you. Ain't no self-pity around here. You're going to either get it together or I'm going to love you enough to leave you where you're at. Simple as that. That's tough love. I'm not a yes man, and I don't want yes men around me. It's that simple, people. When you realize that you are like, listen, man, he holds himself to a standard and everyone around him. And that's exactly what you have to do. You got to hold yourself. You got to hold your marriage to a high standard. You got to hold your relationships to a high standard. You got to hold your business to a high standard. You got to hold your credit to a high standard. You got to hold your finances to a high standard. And then you got to set the basis, the foundation with your children. Lead a child the way that they should go, and they'll never depart from these teachings. This is biblical, people. I'm not giving you empty words. This is biblical. Listen, usually the enemy is the inner me. We're going to have to click that. We're going to have to click that. We're going to have to clip that. We're going to have to clip that part. I have to tell my team, man, we got to go back to the drawing board. We got to clip that. Usually the enemy is the inner me. Until you hold yourself accountable, nothing changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It's not a double entendre. I'm not here to sound cool. I should have been a poet. I should have been a rapper. I used to rap in my day. I had bars, right? But this is not to give you bars. Cool colloquialisms. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to give you facts. What changed my life. And I get it. Everything that works for me may not necessarily work for the next man. But here's something that a lot of people that are winning in life have in common. They're disciplined. They hold themselves accountable. They make it clear. There's no self-pity. There's no playing victim. There's fixing the issue at hand, fixing the underlying issue. Going to therapy changed my life. Getting mentorship changed my life. Dedicating my life to Christ changed my life. Getting into scripture changed my life. Letting go of people that was no longer serving me changed my life. That was either family, right? Friends, connections, because I'm a firm believer of this, people. Just because we share the same DNA does not mean we share the same heart. Just because we share the same DNA does not mean we share the same intentions. Standard. You got to set yourself to a high standard. And if anyone is not willing to meet that standard or supersede that standard, you got to love them enough to leave them exactly where they're at. And it's no harm, no foul. It's still love. But I only get one shot at this thing. One shot. One. I can't make no excuses for my children. Oh, yeah, daddy out here. No. Daddy out here doing. No. My excuses is not going to pay my bills. Your excuses are not going to pay your bills. Your excuses are not going to scale your business. Your excuses is not going to get you to the next level that you want to get to. Your excuses is not going to fix your credit or improve your credit. That's up to you. If it's to be, it's up to me. God gave you the plan. You just haven't executed on it. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness, God. Why? You become too hyper dependent. We got to meet God halfway, right? We got to say, okay, God, like, all right, you did give me this vision, but my vision, everything was distorted and I didn't see it. This is why clarity is such a beautiful thing, because when you start seeing things the average person doesn't see, you become untouchable. No business growth. We blame the market. Oh man, the market is this. No, it's not the market. It's your execution. Money prints every day, by the way. Every single day. It's not the market. Stop blaming the market. It's your execution. It's you. It's you. It's you. This might be the realest episode. It's keeping it real with the Browns, but this might be the realest episode. Because I have to, when I hear it, and by the way, every episode that we post is because we collect data. I collect data, right? And that's the beautiful thing. I was sharing it with my wife because we kind of go over things regarding like what she deals with, on her side of the business and what I deal with on my side of the business. And we come together as a collective and then we start doing audits. So it's whether it's dealing with leads, prospects, clients, affiliates, mentees. And I'm like, what happens is when you start collecting data, right? No matter how you look at it, whether it's good data, bad data, all data, to me, there's no such thing as bad data, but it's just how a person looks at it, right? From their vantage point. And I was explaining to my wife, like, you want to collect as much data as possible and turn that data into content because somebody needs to hear it. Somebody got to hear it. Somebody needs to hear that. So a prospect was tripping one day. A client was tripping one day. They was on that nonsense. Turn that into content. Because another business owner needs to hear that, to know that they're not alone. So these episodes are not random. These are real life situations. This is why it's called Keeping It Real with the Browns, people. This is bigger than the Browns. It's we over me. It's about you guys. So if you're a business owner and you feel like, man, I'm in this alone, you're not. We're right there with you. Collect that data and execute on it. Capitalize off that data. Whether you see it as good or bad, capitalize off on it. Think about it. Make it clear. Right? So don't blame the market when it comes to your business not growing or scaling. Blame your execution. Can't be curious on information and allergic to execution. All right? Let's break down some generational cycles, right? Most people think they're not living life, right? I'm not living life. No, you're just repeating the generational cycle. It's a hamster wheel. Boom. This is exactly what you're doing. It's not a season. It's a cycle. It's not a season. It's a cycle. Think of a hamster wheel. Think of a hamster. Insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. You're just doing this and you're blaming it and calling it a season when it's not a season. It has been a cycle. At some point, you will notice most successful people are the black sheep in their family because they decided to say, you know what? Nothing changed. So it starts with me. I have to be the cutoff of this dysfunction, of this generational cycle. It starts with me. Boom. I sever it. I dismantle it. Right? And you start repeating what didn't work to create a quality of life for you and for your lineage that comes from you. This is biblical, man. This started from the beginning of time, from Adam and Eve in the garden. And I'm not here to get churchy. I'm not here to get biblical too much. But you will always see me throw some correlation in there because it's not coming from me. It's truth. I'm not here to give you philosophy, right? I'm here to give you truth. For so long, I was so caught up in people telling me stuff that wasn't true. And what we got to do as humans, we got to be very careful on giving fabricated information because it takes a while. You've been accustomed to thinking for so long that this was truth when all along it was just someone's philosophy. Doesn't mean they had bad intentions, but you follow that instead of following truth, right? Comes down from same money habits, right? Repeating the same money habits, spending it, knowing you don't have it, not implementing a monthly budget. Christmas time, you spending money on gifts for everyone, for family, for friends, knowing you don't have it. Then next week, you're like, I can't pay I gotta rob Peter to get to Paul. I gotta pay light bill. I don't have enough to put groceries in the house. I don't have enough to do that. That's a pattern. That is a repeated pattern. Same mindset. Same excuses passed down. It's just dressed differently. That's it. Same excuses, just dressed differently. Your parents may have had on a tuxedo with it. You got on some urban wear with it. Just dressed differently. What are you willing to give up in order to go up? You got to be courageous enough. You got to have a courage. This ain't for the weak. A lot of people, because here's the thing, a lot of people are not willing to say, you know what, it stops with me. It stops with me and then it starts with me. Boom. It stops with me and then it also starts with me. That takes courage to say, no, I'm dismantling this right here. This generational cycle, listen, it's not a curse. It's just been a cycle. So we got to understand how to be able to differentiate certain things. It's not a curse. It's just a cycle. And it starts with you. Think about it. If nobody in your family, if y'all not sitting down for family functions, y'all not talking about credit, wealth building, ownership, discipline, guess what? You got to be the one to break it. And then you got to keep going. You got to have enough courage when you get around your family. All right, you start hearing them talking about stuff that happened 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. You got to be courageous enough to say, nah, let's talk about something that's going to help all of us grow. Let's talk about how we can get to the bag. Matter of fact, let's sit down. Let's have some kitchen talk. Let's go to the kitchen. Let's go to the living room. Get a pen and paper. I'm going to map out something. This is what you do. You want to get in logistics. You want to get in cosmetics. You want to get in the beauty industry. You want to get in construction. You want to get into the hospitality industry. You want to get into the restaurant industry, customer service industry. You want to start your own situation. I'm going to show you how to do it. That takes courage that a lot of people are not willing to do because we revert back to what's familiar. Trust me, I've been there. But now, when I come back around my family, guess what? If it ain't helping me grow, I'm going to either pivot the conversation, right? Or hold people accountable. As I will want someone to do for me and others to do for me. Hold me accountable. This is how we're growing. If we're not growing, we're dying, people. Simple. If we're not growing, we're dying. Everything in your life is a result of what you tolerate. Everything in your life right now, either if you're watching this episode right now, if you sit, everything in your life right now is a result of what you tolerate. You tolerate being out of shape, you're going to stay out of shape. You tolerate bad spending, you stay broke. You tolerate mediocrity, you stay average. There's no excuses. It's only adjustments. It's only adjustments. No excuses, only adjustments. We're still, listen, we top of the year, 2026. What are you willing to give up in order to go up, people? Don't fall back into what's familiar. Fall into what will challenge you. Fall into what will reshape you, refine you, restore you, renew you. Fall into that. Don't fall back into habitual patterns that has kept you stuck. You can have a conversation with people and be like, listen, I understand you didn't have the resources. I understand times were different, but the time is now. It starts with me. And if you want to get on the train and level up in all aspects, I encourage you to do so, because you got to have enough courage to let your people know, friends, family, even your wife, your husband, your children even. It's a privilege to be connected to me. So now that you're connected to me, don't take it for granted. When I grow, you grow by default. It's a privilege to be connected to you. That's how you have to operate. That's how you have to think. So when you're growing and getting better and your family and your friends are around you, they're going to get better if they're willing to. They got to be willing, though, because the reality is this. Everyone's not going to be willing. And you can't force or exert your energy trying to convince people that are not willing. It is what it is. But you got to protect what you're building where you're not in constant proximity. You ever seen, there's an imagery I've seen on social media where it's a lemon. I believe it's like a lemon or orange or something. It's I think it was a lemon, 3 lemons, and they're all next to each other. There's one bad lemon, and then there are other 2 lemons right connected right to them. What happened is this imagery pretty much lets us see that when you're around people that have bad habits, that are not really willing to grow, that bleeds onto you. That eventually it will start to deteriorate your growing process. Again, that famous saying, you hang around 5 successful people, you're going to be the 6th. You hang around 5 people that don't want to do nothing with their life, you're going to be the next one. So when you're around it, it's reshaping your mind, how you talk, how you think, how you move, how you operate. Right? You don't need more motivation. You need structure. You need discipline. You need to stop negotiating your goals. Stop negotiating with your goals. You set it out. You made it clear. You made it plain. Stick with them. No renegotiating. Look, this is what it is. Nothing or no one, including myself, will get in the way of me obtaining my goals. Simple. I can't go. I can't do that. Right now, I'm locked in. If you rock with me, boom, that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't have to give an explanation. This is what I'm doing because you are an inspiration. You got to be that beacon of light to let people know this is what it's about. Growing. Find your purpose or you're just wasting air. Feelings don't build businesses. Consistency does. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. Feelings, your emotions, your feelings, they don't build businesses. Your consistency does. 1%, get better by 1% every single day. Every single day, you get better. Every single day. Get into community, proximity of people that will hold you accountable, right? That will help you, right? That's going to call you out on your bluff. You may not like it, but it is what it is. This is how we grow. I love when people call me out, please, because I got blind spots. I need you to, if you don't tell me that, you don't love me. You don't rock with me. Simple. Please call me out on my blind spots. Trust me, I don't bite. I will hug you. I might kiss you on your cheek. Seriously, we need that, man. We need more accountability. All right. All right. So I'm gonna give you the actionable framework that you can take with you and you can apply it. All right. This is real game coming from Coach D. All right. First things first, audit yourself, your habits, money, time, and be honest with yourself. All right. Audit yourself. Look in the mirror. Say, yo, write it down. Fix your environment. Who you're around matters. Who you are giving your time to and your energy to matters. Trust me, this is very, very important to understand. Build your systems, not motivation. This comes from your credit, your finances, your fitness. Build those systems. Even your spiritual growth. Build those systems out. And then execute daily. No 0 days. No 0 days. No empty days is what I call it. No empty days. All right. So again, audit yourself. Fix your environment. Build those systems. Execute daily. I'll repeat it one more time for the people in the back. Audit yourself. Fix your environment. Build those systems. Execute daily. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. You stick to the system. You stick to the goal. You stick to the commitment. You stick to the discipline. You will level up. It's that simple. All right. At some point, you got to decide. Are you going to keep blaming the cycle or be the one that breaks it? One decision changes everything. But only if you move on it. You got to be the one to move on it. If you're tired of the same results, do something about it. It's up to you. All right? So if that was some value, make sure you guys drop some fire in the comments. Make sure you share with someone that you feel that can benefit from this message today. Man, listen, we're in a season of high momentum. We appreciate, again, the love and the support. Again, we don't grow without you. So we truly, truly appreciate you just tuning in on a week-to-week basis, man. You look, man, we getting thousands of this countless of people just coming on the platform. Whether you're sharing it, you're tuning in, you're watching it, man, we appreciate it, man. We really do. We really, really do. We're looking at the numbers. Our team, we're like, wow, we're ahead of the game. We set a mark, and now we're like, okay, we surpassed that mark, and it's all because of you. So we appreciate it. If you guys are looking to join my mentorship program, the link will be in the description below as well. If you're looking to level up your credit, your finances, the link will be in the description below where you can schedule a call with myself, with Coach Joe Canna, with our team, and we'll put you on game. We'll help you get in position and give you a realistic roadmap on helping you get to the next level. We're rooting for you guys. We believe in you. But most importantly, you got to believe in yourself. Until next week, love.